So, hello everyone, and welcome to yet another live session with yours truly, Asan. And this is gonna be a little bit of challenge to get this started. Like I mentioned, every day I'm gonna try to make little improvement, one thing at a time. And as we keep going with these sessions, I want you guys to be involved. So my plan is to start a live session every day at around 12 o'clock my time. Right now is 12:17, and the reason that we're a little bit behind was because I had to set it up. But this is something that I want to do, and I want you guys to be involved. If you have any question about mental health, about anything that you guys want to share and talk to a therapist, you guys can join me. My name is Asan Shabahang. I'm a mental health professional counselor, LPCA at this time. And throughout my career, I had over thousands of sessions with different individuals. Currently, I work with Timely MD. It's a platform where students get access to mental health therapy 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. All around, where our goal is to provide every individual the support and help that they need during the time that they need it. And alongside that, I work on my channel, YouTube. And today's session, we're gonna talk about mental health. What is it? Why is it important? And how is it that we can benefit ourselves? Because one thing that we neglect the most is our mental well-being. And it's really important to recognize that whatever you do in your life, there is one thing that is important for you to recognize, and that is understanding and caring for yourself. Not only physically, but emotionally, mentally, giving yourself the push that you need to take that extra step. And a lot of time we neglect it. We don't give ourselves that time. And once we don't give ourselves those times, it just adds up to a point that we can't take it anymore. So next time, ask yourself, tonight, tomorrow, the next day, whenever you have time, sit down, ask yourself, do you care about you? Do you do you give yourself the time that you need to be your best self? And if the answer is not as clear as possible, maybe it's time for you to sit down and ask yourself, what is it that matters to you? What is it, or how is it that you can be there for yourself? One good exercise that I think it's really important is that tonight, or every night before you go to bed, as you're getting ready to go to sleep, sit down with yourself. Sit down on the edge of your bed and ask yourself, how was your day today? What did you do today? What impact did you make today for yourself? Was there something that you could have improved? Or was there something that bothered you? And throughout asking yourself these kind of questions, you allow yourself to better understand your inner feeling. Because the biggest problem that we have is the lack of understanding of our inner feeling. And the moment that you give yourself time to understand your true self is the moment that you begin to start kind of being the person that you want to be. Think about it this way. I really like to compare life and our mental health to a camera. A camera is a straightforward thing. We all know what a camera is, what is it capable of, and how is it that it can be used for. Think about it. You don't use a camera to, to hunt. You use it to take pictures. You don't use a camera to swim. You use it to take pictures. We all know what is it used for. We all know what purpose does it make and how it can help you. But here's the thing. Imagine if you have this camera, okay, and you put it aside, never to use it again. You have the camera is right there, It physically exists in your environment, but does it really serve its purpose? A lot of time, the problem that we have in our lives is that we have things around us that can help improve our lives, but the problem is that we always put them aside, never to go back to them again, never to use them again, never to reach for them and use them for what they were intended to be. And once we do that, simply this is pointless. And in a year, when they come up with a new one, our camera is degraded. It's not as good as it used to be. 2 years pass by, it's getting older and older. And maybe in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, it doesn't really do justice for how it was intended to be. But imagine if you had this camera and you started using it. Every day you take a picture. Simply go ahead, bam, you took a picture. And then you made those memories from it. Maybe you sold them online. Maybe you made some money from it. From that money that you made from it, maybe you purchased a new camera. From those memories that you made, maybe you realized how good a camera can be, so you purchased a new camera. And then you keep using it, using it. Same thing goes with our life. Sometimes we have ability inside of us. We have things that help us be ourselves. We have things that pushes us to our max. But the problem is that we never use them. One of those things is called self-care, self-control, self-actualization, happiness, sadness. Feelings are important too. So it's important that whatever feeling, whatever ability, maybe you're a good drawer, maybe you're a good painter, maybe you're a good musician, whatever you are, however you are, it's important that those things that are important to you, for you to start using them. You know, I recently went to a trip to Turkey. I was gone for about 10 days. This was one of the reasons that I didn't post past week. I just got back last night, and it was a phenomenal trip. I love Turkey because it's chaotic. That's the best way that I can express how Turkey feels. It's chaotic. Everything is just all over the place. But one thing that was really interesting for me was the level of cohesiveness within the chaos that existed in Turkey. You know, it's not like US. A lot of us, people who are watching my content, majority are from US based. There is a lot of chaos happening in the US, but not nearly comparable to the chaos that exists in Turkey. But regardless, within those chaos that existed in that country that I visited, especially Istanbul, that was where I was, everything worked. Everyone knew where they're going, everyone knew what they wanted, and I'd never seen an accident. I never seen something going the way that it shouldn't, even though nobody follows traffic laws, or there's no particular religion, or there is no particular discrimination that exists towards one nationality or one gender or one religion. You know, everybody worked. And here's what baffled my mind is that sometimes those chaoses exist within us, and we have trouble balancing them. The reason is that because, and after a lot of thinking, I come to understand that the reason that personally me, I'm unable to balance those chaoses for myself is because my lack of acceptance of the chaos being existed within my own mind. This is really important. Think about it. Lack of acceptance of chaos that exists within my own mind. Do you see where I'm going? So what I mean is that Once you understand that chaos exists, you're more aware of it. Thus, you kind of work around it. You anticipate things to be normal. You know that all of a sudden something could happen. Think about driving. Driving system in Turkey is horrendous. Turkey, India, Iran, it's horrendous. People are going all directions. But the drivers within those countries, they know that chaos exists, so they are more aware of it. So if something happened out of ordinary, it's not going to be as troublesome. Whereas in US, majority are in line with accepting and following rules regarded to traffic laws. So when something happens that is out of ordinary in the US, chaos happens. Think about it. When it rains, oh, it's horrible. When somebody does something crazy, it's horrible. Traffic backs up miles. But in those countries, because they know chaos exists, they usually find a way around it. And here's how we should treat our mind. We gotta remind ourselves that it's okay to have chaos at some times. It's okay to be out of balance sometimes. It's okay to not have all the answers. And the moment that you give yourself that appreciation, that understanding, that level of best way I can put it, that level of chaotic, that level of existence of that chaotic version of yourself, then you're more able to cope when things get out of balance. So it's really important for you to practice this with yourself. And this is not a technique that you can master overnight. This is definitely not a technique that you will be able to just master it. This is something that you need to work towards it. But the moment that you give yourself that time, the moment that you give yourself that understanding, it helps you better cope with those emotions. It helps you better understand yourself. It helps you better recognize the things that makes you feel out of balance. And once something happened, you can give yourself compassion. You can give yourself self-love, self-acceptance, and guide yourself around it, navigate around it. That's all that matters. A lot of time we wonder, what if this? What if that? What can I do? How can I escape? Mental health is not about escaping. Mental health is rather about accepting, acknowledging, and taking one step towards fulfilling your journey, towards being your best version of yourself. And sometimes it's okay to seek help. A lot of time we wonder, okay, do I really need help? Should I really seek help? Does that make me weak if I seek help? No. It's just about you. It's about you recognizing that you matter. And I mean, I want to make these videos simply because I want to share my love and care for every single one of you out there. And to tell you that you're important. Just like everything in your life that you care for, it's important for you to care for yourself. And a lot of time we forget about this. And a lot of time we don't give ourselves that compassion, that level of empathy that we require. And we just sit back and wait for things to happen for us. And when they don't happen, that's where we start judging ourselves. We start questioning our being. We question our whole thing. So it's important for you to stop questioning those things. It's important for you to rather ask yourself, what do I want to be today? Today is my day. If it's my day, how can I be my best self? And once you're able to be your best self, then and only then you can explore options, explore things. It's easy to neglect it. Think about it. What do you like to do? What did you want it to be today? When you woke up today, were you happy with the choices that you made yesterday? Ask yourself that. I woke up today. Am I happy with the choices that I made yesterday? If I'm not happy, then what can I do? How can I change it? How can I modify it? How can I be my best version of myself? It's a very simple questions. The thing with mental health is that all of those questions are simple. But we're scared of asking ourselves those questions. We neglect to ask ourselves those questions. And the moment that we neglect to ask ourselves those questions is the moment that those feelings, they tend to grow in us. And then we forget about it. We forget about it. We forget about it. Think about it. Get a piece of paper today. Simple piece of paper. Write 2 numbers on it. 1, 2. You could write any numbers on it. Whatever number you want. Okay? Now, fold this. And put it somewhere. 2 hours passed. Ask yourself, what number did I write down? Immediately you can answer it. I wrote down 1, 2. Okay? It's right there. 1, 2. Go back and check it. 1, 2. Okay. At night, remind yourself. Ask yourself, what number did I write down? 1, 2. Go back to your number. Check it. Ask yourself 4 or 5 times during the day, what number did I wrote down? And then when it comes the next day, don't check the number. Hide that piece of paper somewhere in your room and let it be for a month, for 2 months, for a week. Set an alarm for yourself or set a calendar invite for yourself for a month from now or 2 months from now. And simply on the calendar invite, ask yourself this question. What number did I write down on that piece of paper where I hid in my closet, inside of my pocket, for example? I bet you won't remember it. And here's the thing with life. It doesn't matter how obvious an answer can be. If you hide it for too long and not go back to it, you will forget it. And once you forget it, even though it's forgotten, it has never been resolved. So mental health means being aware of yourself. Mental health means opening that piece of paper that you wrote that number and looking at it. Asking yourself, what is the significance of this number? What is this number can do for me? How is this number can help me be my best self? And a lot of time, once you ask yourself this question, you can simply answer it. You can simply come up with ways that you could be there for yourself. You could appreciate yourself. You can recognize yourself. And the moment that you recognize yourself, you appreciate yourself, you give yourself the time that you need, is the moment that you can build your true self. Build the person that you want to be. Build the things that you want to achieve. Accomplish your goals that you always wanted to accomplish. What goals did you want to accomplish? What was your thought of yourself? You know? Really simple concepts. Chaos exists. first and foremost. The first step of recognizing your mental health is to remind yourself that chaos exists. It's okay for our life to be chaotic at times. Second thing that you need to remember is that balance takes priority. Even though chaos exists, we need balance to be able to cooperate with our chaotic life. Third thing that is important for you to know is that chaos exists, balance is important. We have to recognize it. Recognition then takes priority. And then fourth thing that you need to recognize, once you recognize chaos exists, once you recognize balance is important, once you recognize recognition is important, now you have to give yourself the care that you need. And that's it. You give yourself those times, you give yourself that understanding of recognizing those important things, then you can achieve it. That's what mental health means. As a therapist, I come across these questions every day. Individuals asking me, how can I be my best self? How can I achieve my dream? How can I be happy with my choices? And the answer that I give them is that ask yourself. Do a little bit of self-exploration. What did you miss today? You missed this? Okay. How can you get it? Is it possible for you to get it? Or is it just a dream? If it's a dream, maybe it's not the right dream for you because you haven't got it. Maybe you don't have the things for it. We're not all made to be surgeons. We are not all not made to be mathematicians. No. We all have, each one of us have one special skill that we can master. And the goal is to recognize what is that skill. It's not going to happen overnight. It happens through progress. Hello. Welcome. Hi. So good to see you here. So ask yourself, how can I be my best version of myself? How can I achieve my dreams? How can I be the best person that I want to be? And throughout those questions, throughout helping yourself, you can achieve it. You can achieve anything that you want. It's simple. Don't let your chaotic life steer you to a direction that you don't want to be headed towards. Because the moment you let go of the steering wheels, the moment that you let go of your life, it can go any direction. But the moment that you grab it, the moment that you push yourself, tell it where to go, you could achieve anything. It's impossible, literally, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's impossible for you not to be able to achieve your dream. You all have it in you. You just have to remind yourself, what is it that you want? You just have to remind yourself that you have the capacity for it. You have the potential for it. And that potential, that inner potential, can guide you to be your best version of yourself. And maybe you have reached it and you don't recognize it. Maybe you do have the things that you wish and dream. Then again, reflect on yourself. What is it that I truly want? Truly. Yeah, we all want yachts. We all want fancy $1 million mansions. We all want all of those things. Materialistic stuff. But those things don't really define your true dream. They're not your dream. They're your wishes. Here's the thing. We have to be able to separate our dreams from our wishes. Wishes are materialistic stuff. They're stuff that they come and go. Dreams are the things that can reflect your inner self, that can give you that self satisfaction of who you are. You know, a lot of time, even in movies, you see people who have everything. They're unhappy. They have everything in the world that they can imagine. Robin Williams, outstanding actor, phenomenal actor, the happiest you can find. But then he committed suicide. He had all those materialistic stuff. He had mentions, he had money, he had kids, he had fame. But he didn't have one thing, the important thing. Connection to himself. He felt lost. And sometimes the reason that we have those sad moments, those unhappy thoughts, is because we're not connected to our dreams. That's where self-reflection comes in hand. That's where it comes in hand. Okay, how can I be my best self? How can I achieve my dreams? How can I help myself grow? How can I find my true destiny? Is it through helping people? Is it through spreading love? Is it through achieving that degree that I always put aside? Is it through picking up that guitar that has been sitting on my corner of my room, gathering dust? Is it through writing? Is it through taking pictures? Whatever it is, ask yourself. Start it. Take a chance on you. Take a chance on the thing that matters to you. And then take one step. As long as you take that one step, that's all that matters. Everything else can come later. At the moment that you take that chance, take that first step, that's the moment that you can build upon it. Remember, the most amazing thing in this life is you. And in order for you to be yourself, you have to remind yourself of your ability, of your potential, of your capacity. Once you recognize it, then you can achieve anything. You can be anything. You know? But have realistic expectation for yourself. Realistic expectation means that if I want to play keyboard or if I want to play the guitar, I'm not going to master it overnight. That's it. Absolutely. Where there is breath, there is hope. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Best way to put it. But also you have to have that realistic expectation. When you have that realistic expectation, you could understand that things will not happen overnight. Things will not happen overnight. You will not be able to master a guitar in 2 days, in 1 day, in 1 hour. It will take time. But every time you take one step towards achieving your dream, achieving your goal, achieving the things that you want to be, the things that you want to reach. Know this. And again, every day at 12 o'clock, I will come on. I will have about a 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes session with you guys. Right now it's 12:45 my time. I live in Houston, so I don't know what time this is. I will, for everyone out there, but I will try to schedule it. I'm still figuring things out on my end, trying to improve the quality of these sessions every day. Today I hooked up my microphone, so hopefully the sound is better, and I connected my camera to it, so hopefully it's better than my computer's webcam, and we're gonna try to make it better and better and better as time goes. But let me know what you guys want to talk about. If you have any question, if you have any difficulties, if you have anything that you want to share or any question that you have. An hour behind me. Oh, perfect. But I'm sorry that I missed you at the beginning. But yeah, we'll try to schedule it next time. So uh, when we come in, uh, there is always a reminder on my channel uh, for the sessions. But if you have any question, if you want to ask me anything, if you want to share anything, and you don't mind sharing it online, come and join us. This is your session for you to help you be the best person that you can and want and should be. That's the only thing that matters. You being your best. So, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for staying to the end. For those of you who stayed, and for those who are watching this later, remember, every day, 12 o'clock Houston Central Standard Time, I will be on, and it will be my honor to share this moments with you guys and be just a little part of your life. That's what matters for me, being part of you and your life, because I think each and every one of you guys are so wonderful, beautiful, and amazing. And it just gives me joy to have ability to talk to you all and be part of your day. My goal is to help you as you're helping me. It's a cohesive relationship. We all help each other. So don't forget to share. Don't forget to set reminders. Hit that like button and join me tomorrow as we continue these sessions. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and have a beautiful, blissful day.